Hi, with Krysia Gallien at Eclectic Gallery, and Krysia and Christine have a show at Eclectic through the month of July. And I wanted you to tell us a little bit about the inspiration in your paintings.
Well, this particular piece is a piece that I did exploring the idea of color as a pure medium of expression, so that lines are at a minimum and color itself takes the foreground and becomes the vibration that influences the room, so that you can feel the color in the room.
One of the things that I noticed, this is a watercolor, and for most people, I feel that watercolor is a very timid medium and that it takes a lot of restraint. They're afraid of having saturated colors, and that's the very first thing I feel when I see your painting. It's just like, I'm going to put this color in there and it's going to be rich and vibrant, and I think that's what stands out about your work. It's that relationship of color and to foreground, color background, and I like the fact that the color bleeds into the paper.
Right.
So instead of trying to withhold that, you're just going with it.
Exactly. Again, it's the idea of not using line, but just using pure color. And it's done in layers, so the color is like built up layer after layer. And to create those very jewel-like tones, so that you get that feeling that you might get from stained glass or from looking at a real stone, where color itself is so evocative.
There's a real expressive quality to the work, and it's also the relationship in terms of how you've composed, that they're actually leaving the edge of the frame, so you've cut through it. This one is titled For Chagall. Can you tell us a little bit about the influence of Chagall, or why?
Well, when I painted it, it reminded me of Chagall in the sense of the feeling that he gives, which is a little bit feathery, a little bit whimsical, very light, as if floating, in air, and yet saturated with color and not afraid of emotion.
Well, I think that really sums it up very well, and the idea of how the line and the composition is really, the brilliant use of color it really stands through in your work. Well,
yeah, it's really the background of that is like an Oriental influence, that doesn't explore perspective, but just flattens everything onto one plane and uses color itself to create space and form.
Well, thank you very much, Krysia.
You're very welcome.
And I encourage everybody to come through July and have a chance to see these wonderful works.
Yeah, thank you.
I just took some really junky pictures into the.